me laugh. I was like,
Hey, hello
we are
everybody.
live. Hello, everyone. We might
I'm
have
gonna
to.
make sure it's streaming to mine as well.
Oh, yeah, I need to check and make sure this isn't set to private. Okay, okay. Looks like it's going. Probably have to wait a few
All
seconds
right,
for
well,
anybody to
hello
start coming on.
everyone. Yes,
Hello.
absolutely. Well, I'm sorry. You go ahead, T.
But I'm just going to go ahead and give the welcome and then you can go into your
Okay.
part. All right.
Okay.
So, welcome everybody to Pages and Perspectives with Oslin and T. And I wanted to secondly introduce my beautiful co-host Oslin Original.
Oh,
Check out her
well, thank you,
channel,
T.
please. All right. So this is a live book club, you guys, where we are covering the let them theory.
Mhm.
And what we do here is we go over meaningful books, and we do so with open conversation and shared perspectives. So we share our perspectives on
Yes.
each of our interpretations of the readings, because everybody gets a little something
Mhm.
different from what they read.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
and what we want to let you know is that you do not have to be caught up on this book to join. You honestly don't even have
Mhm.
to be reading the book to join. But we do want you to come as you are, and we want this to be a judgment free zone. So that's
Yay.
really all I got. Welcome, welcome, one and all. And I'm just going to turn it
Absolutely.
over to Oslin.
Okay. All right. Well, hello everyone. Hello to everyone that is coming in live. And of course, everyone is watching on the replay. We appreciate you all for joining us for week 3 of Pages and Perspectives. And so let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to be doing is the high level overview of the chapters that we read, 7 through 9 of the Let Them Theory. I have my notes right here. So, of course, if I'm glancing down, that's all that is, right? So let's get started with the overview. Chapter 7 was When Grown-ups Throw Tantrums. This was a really good chapter.
It was.
Mel talks about how the reality is that grown-ups are just as emotional as children. Okay. And she brings that point up to also say it is not your responsibility to manage someone else's reactions. Very, very powerful. She
Mm-hmm.
talked about some of the things that emotionally immature adults do, like passive aggression, guilt trips, emotional outbursts. And she related all of these in a way to things that a child would do, like the silent treatment and the child get upset and like go off.
Yep.
So she also asked the question, what if we're all just 8 years old? Which I thought was very humbling. Um, This awareness allows us to use the let them theory to become more compassionate. So that chapter in a nutshell um was basically, like it says, adults, the reality is a lot of adults are emotionally immature,
Yep.
just like children. And this does not mean that it's your responsibility to actually, there's one little note I put. Because of that, a lot of times emotional immaturity can feel like abuse when you're subjected to somebody's emotional immaturity. But it is not your it's your responsibility to protect yourself from them, not control or change them. So I guess thinking about um adults and understanding that a lot of people don't have that emotional immaturity or that emotional maturity, you
Mm-hmm.
can look at them with more compassion. You can use the let them theory to be more compassionate. All
Yes.
right. Next chapter we read was chapter 8, which says the right decision often looks like the wrong one,
Ooh.
which was a really, really good chapter. She opened that chapter with a real life example of a guy who was getting married, literally planning the wedding, and like everything is done for the wedding. She said like all of the parents had put deposits down, and
Whew.
the closer and
Mm.
closer that they're getting to the wedding, him and his fiance are arguing more and more every day. And so it's like looming over him. I don't think I should do this. Right? And so this chapter is to remind us that the right decision often feels like the wrong one. Just because the right decision seems clear does not always make it easy. She talks about what you have to do as far as riding the wave of emotional discomfort when you
Right.
decide to make the right decision. She compared it to a wave of of emotional discomfort because emotions rise and fall. Period. So, um, you know, one of the examples that she used was sometimes people make the wrong decision to avoid confrontation, but that wrong decision is long lasting. Like, oh my gosh, you
Yep.
have to
They
live with that
suffer.
decision. So it's easy on the front because yeah, you went ahead and got married. But oh boy, and that was just using that real life example. But of course, we can add that to anything. So I
Hmm.
appreciated that chapter because she was basically talking about how, you know, well, actually, she wrapped it by saying the problem is for most people that we allow other people's emotions to lead us to make the most, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say non-confrontational, but like we want to go with the easiest route. We want to go to path of
Hmm.
least resistance in order to keep other people comfortable. And a lot of times us doing that, it brings more drama and stress to ourselves.
And
So
suffering. And
suffering,
suffering.
exactly. So the truth is, she reminds us at the end of chapter 8, it is not your responsibility to manage other people's reactions.
Right.
Use the let them theory to stay in control of your own emotions and also being able to separate and allowing that person or those people or the situation to calm down because emotions will rise and fall. They can be really upset now. You go do what you have to do, go about your business, they will come down at some point. You know?
Hmm.
Also a really good chapter. And last but not least, chapter 9 focuses on overcoming chronic comparison. The first chapter is life isn't fair, right? Who knew? And she
Yeah.
talks about how comparing is actually unavoidable, which I'm happy she just straight up said that because it is. We all do it, it's
We
human
all do
nature.
it.
But
Yeah.
what are you doing with that comparison? So in this chapter, she talks about torture versus teacher and how even though it's human nature to compare and to look at others, are you using that to lessen yourself and to talk down on yourself and to
Mm.
like draw negative compare, are you torturing yourself with your comparisons? And then next week when we move on, she'll talk more about the positive side of comparison. So
Right.
yep, that's our high level overview.
You did great, Osland. That
Well,
was a
thank
great
you.
overview of the
Thank you.
chapters.
I
Wonderful overview.
want to read
So
some comments. I saw little comments popping up.
let me see. Yeah, I saw some people pop in and I tried. That's why I was like kind of over to the side, like
Yeah.
trying to
Hi,
welcome some people in.
yeah. Hi, Josiah Banks. Hello, Angela Hurd. Hi, Otifa One. Nathan.
Welcome.
We know what side of YouTube we're on, T. We've been here for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even see that, but yeah. Now I see. It's a shame, but oh well.
See, your hair looks really nice too, by the way.
Oh my God. Are you
Yes.
serious?
No, I'm serious. So smooth. Like, you have that 90s hair. That
Yeah.
90s. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yep. I'm still living there. I'm still there in my mind. But you know what, Oslin, I thought about when I was reading these chapters, actually, probably the thing that stuck out the most to me in these 3 chapters was the portion about life not being fair,
Yes.
and how she says that we can't look at things in constant comparison. You got to look at the cards you have. What
Right.
have you been dealt? All you can work with is what you were dealt.
Right.
And I thought about that and I was like, you know what though? We can learn from the cards that other people are dealt too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I've learned from the cards that someone else was dealt is I was thinking about, I don't know, my mom's been on my mind today,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that and I was like, the one thing that I've taken from the cards she was dealt, um, she never got to realize a dream.
Yes. Oh my gosh, T, really? I
Yeah.
feel this. I have that same thought with my own mom, which is like,
Mhm.
me and you always finding those little things that
Mhm.
match. But I'm listening.
So my mother was a seamstress my entire life. My
Mm-hmm.
mother was, she worked in a sewing factory, but her side her side hustle was she did proms. So she would
Mm-hmm.
do everybody's prom dresses. Like so many people would come to our house with their designs for their prom dresses, and she would
Mm-hmm.
make their dresses. She did like so many weddings. She would do like the wedding dress, bridesmaid dresses,
Right.
and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. So, and she would also mimic, like she did a lot of my clothes. So
Mm-hmm.
she would whatever was in style that year, whatever the rave was,
Mm-hmm.
she would kind of use me as a
Like
advertisement.
showcase.
She would
Yeah, my
make that,
muse.
she would try to mimic it and then make it, and then I would wear it, and then somebody would see it and then they'd be like, where'd you get that? And I'd be like, my mom made it and that's business for her,
Mm-hmm.
you
Right.
know. So right before she got her diagnosis, she had actually, her and her best friend, they were going to start their own shop. They had like an alteration business, and they were going to
Mm-hmm.
do, and she was going to be able to do like weddings and stuff like that, and like
Mm-hmm.
designs, one of a
Right.
kind of designs. um and she got her diagnosis like 2 months later. She was already purchasing
Mm.
equipment, like the stuff that they needed and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. And she got diagnosed and she passed away. Like my mom got diagnosed and passed away within weeks. So
Are you
from her
serious?
diagnosis to her passing was, I think, like 2.5 weeks.
Oh my gosh, T, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I don't
Very
know why I
fast.
assumed it was like maybe the same because it was cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I assumed for some reason that it was the same because my mom, she lived 4 years with cancer.
Yeah,
So hers was
no.
a very like gradual. That's wild, T.
Yeah, it was almost immediate, like in
Oh
the
my
minute
gosh.
thing. So what I learned from that, that's the cards that she was dealt.
Hmm.
And first of all, let me welcome D Duck and Allison, and someone else came in. I want
Hi,
to
D
welcome everybody
Dunk.
that's coming in. Thank y'all for
Hi,
coming.
Allison, Megan, Nathan. We spoke to Nathan already.
Yeah. Um so what I learned from that is that if there's something I really want,
Hmm.
there's something I really want to do, yeah, I talk about finances and I talk about preparing for the future and I talk about all of those things, but
Hmm.
I will never forget to live in the now.
Right.
So if there's something that I really want right now, I don't care what that looks like
Right.
to
Hmm.
anybody. I'm going to
Hmm.
do it right now because I don't know
This
what
is the only
hand.
moment you have.
Yeah,
Right
and
now
I
is
don't
the
know
only
what hand
moment
I
you
got
have.
dealt.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Some of those
Yeah.
cards are hidden.
Right.
So that's the one thing that I took from that. And that's what I was making the point of, is that we can, not only can you learn from the cards you get dealt, you can learn from the cards that someone else got dealt too.
Hmm.
You can take a lesson from it. And that's something that she
Absolutely.
doesn't really mention in here, but it's something that immediately came to mind when I read that chapter. So that's what I
Yeah.
took from, that's my word of you
Yeah.
your week.
Well, I mean, that's very interesting. I definitely learned something new because I always knew that we had that in common. Like we lost our moms both at a young age too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was 18 and you were
21.
how old? 21. And I knew it was cancer. First of all, I didn't know the timing of what happened with your mom. And I also didn't know that. I mean, obviously, I didn't know because you just shared it. That's one of the things that you learn. Because I have the same thing with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mother, Melanie Yvette Blakely, oh my gosh. Like, was like, she was up there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about not in just in potential, but like, she actually was a mover and a shaker at a point in her
Yes.
life. She was that what we call now like boss baddie type
Mm-hmm.
woman. Like I'm serious. Like I look
Mm-hmm.
at my mom's old pictures, I'm just like, oh my god, it's like I came from her, you know. My mom's downfall was first of all she got into a relationship like with my father. Hey Wayne. She got into a relationship with my dad, and it just really like changed her whole thing. Like her life, and that's why for a while I had this idea in my mind that I had to have all my goals reached before I got married because that's the
Mm-hmm.
example that I had growing up.
Yep.
But obviously I learned that that's not necessarily true. But my mom was a writer. She wrote movies. She was
Oh my
at one
God.
point before she had children, she was a dancer. She actually went to Tulane
Oh, that's the one
University.
thing we had in common. Our
Oh yeah,
mothers
that
were
too.
dancers
Art.
because my mom did creative dance. So yeah,
Yes,
I
exactly.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so for me, growing up with the type of mom I had where I feel like for most of my life, I never saw my mom work. And not because we had it like that. No, we were struggling. And I actually also had a little bit of resentment towards my mom because of that. All of this is why I am the way I am. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
serious. Like, I feel like I was obviously born with some type of innate drive, but I also know what it looks like to let whatever because I can't go back and correct and figure out what stopped my mom for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a clear visual of what it looks like to be a person that sits on potential, somebody that does not take action, somebody that only plans and they never execute and they just, and I'm like, no, because
Yep.
my mom died with so much left to give if she would have been in her healthiest form at her highest state, like if she would have just shook whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. You know what I mean? And so that's interesting because I that's definitely a lesson that I learned from just looking at what my mom was given, and then talking more about like life's not fair. She had a very unfair life from childhood. She
Yeah.
lost her mom at 9 years old.
Yep. Same situation.
You know what
The
I mean?
same
Like
situation. I've
she had a
learned very
very unfair
similar.
life. That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting for your mom too. You said,
My mother's mother died very young as well. Yep.
oh
It
wow.
just it's I think that those things kind of stick and they through the generations each one takes cuz who knows what your mom took from the cards that she was dealt.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
because
wonder that sometimes.
yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I mean it's from the bottom of my heart. I obviously I'm not a parent yet. Maybe one day if it's in the cards, truly. If it's in there, good. If it's not, I will not be upset. But
Mhm.
I'm not a parent right now. What I can say though is about my mom and my dad, and this is the reason why I could speak truthfully about the way I was raised in my childhood. You won't ever catch me bashing any of my parents. And the reason
Mhm.
is through their imperfection, Lord knows, I know they were trying their best.
Yes.
I know my parents were trying their very, 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 very best.
Mhm.
Like both of them. Because neither one of them had, like, based on the childhoods that both of my parents had, I would have if they would have just kept going, I would not be who I am today.
Right.
I wouldn't be me. They did so much for us, you know?
Mhm.
So that's one thing I'm like, Yeah. Even though I feel like my responsibility is just to continue going.
Right.
Finish what she couldn't finish in my own
Mhm.
way. Not for her, but like I came from her.
Yep.
So it's like there's no way I would fight against it. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna always put my best foot forward. Pretty much is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm gonna just always put my best foot forward. I'm so happy to be the type of person that's interested in mindset and learning and really understanding human design, because a lot of
Mhm.
people were trapped under like depression and those types of things, and it
And
manifested into all kind of
patriarchy.
stuff. Yes, all
And
kind of stuff.
all
Because
kinds of
this is
and
some new
oppression.
generational stuff where we talk about
Yeah.
it openly. This is like my
Hey,
generation type
chef.
stuff.
I didn't even see that. I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure I'm acknowledging the folks in the chat. I
Yes,
just saw
absolutely.
Chef
Hi,
pop up.
chef. Hi,
We're just
chef.
sitting here going.
Yeah. But also keep in mind too, we're just talking, but this is we want people to come up too and talk.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. If y'all want to come chat with us, you see we're just really running it. So
Mhm.
come on up and talk with us. Please. That'll be really fun. So yeah, T, that was my like takeaway on your takeaway. But I would say the part that stuck out for me the most this week was the guy the chapter 8.
Oh, the marriage thing about
Yeah,
the guy. Oh yeah.
and not just that, but more so like the truth of the matter being that the right decision for you long term will not always be the easiest decision to make.
Mm-mm-mm. And
It will
somebody might
not.
hurt
It
behind it.
might hurt. People might judge you. People might, if it's that, if you understand the importance of staying true to yourself and doing and following through with what you believe, that you have to use the let them theory to let people feel and react however they're going to feel and react, because oh, gosh, you know what I mean, like it's the truth of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes non-confrontational is easy, but long term it's like not worth it.
Yeah.
So just the whole breakdown of that in that chapter was really good to me.
Absolutely. It was it that chapter, because we've all had situations like that
Hmm.
where it could be something is the right thing. Is what you need to do. But the thought of hurting someone or causing someone disappointment or having somebody think bad of you
Yes.
or
Hmm.
all of those feelings keep you from doing what you already know is the right thing to do. And it's
Right.
hard. It's a hard
Hmm.
position to be in, but you should always choose to do what's right, you
Absolutely.
know,
Yep.
because it will cause the hurt that you're trying to spare right now, you could cause it 100-fold by waiting,
Yep. Exactly.
you know. And welcome everybody that has come in the chat.
We have some
And I
newcomers.
think I saw D Dunk. I could have sworn I saw D Dunk
Yeah, I saw D
come
Dunk. He said T.
in. But I'm going to go ahead and give the gym so we can open up the floor.
Yeah. Y'all come talk to
So,
us too. Don't be acting like y'all shy. Don't be doing that
yeah,
now.
say something.
Allison, are you still here? D Dunk,
Yeah. D Dunk,
new people,
Chef,
y'all can come
new
up. We don't
folks.
bite. All
No, it's
right.
not a therapy session. We are reading a book called The Let Them Theory. So it's a book club and we're going over some of the main points that we are going on in the book. So
It
we're
may
kind
it
of
may
like
feel it may
hitting
feel
real world.
therapeutic at times though,
Yeah,
because
it is kind of therapeutic. It
yeah.
is. It is.
All right, T.
All right. So this is the gem of the week. Well, from my perspective,
Mhm.
So this is in regards to life is not fair.
Mm-hmm.
You must stop obsessing over the cards in someone else's hands. Life isn't fair. Someone will always seem to have better cards than you, and comparing your hand to theirs will always make you lose. Stop focusing on the other players. That's not how you win the game of life. Learn to play with other players, not against them. The sad fact is, I've seen too many people develop an eating disorder or mental health problems or struggle with addiction or shame because of the torturous nature of this type of comparison. And I don't say this lightly because I know it can lead to very serious struggles and challenges that many people face, including people I love deeply. But psychologists will tell you that the root cause of many disorders is an excessive need for control. There's that control again, Osland,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
back. As you are learning in this book, anytime you try to control something that you cannot, it just makes you feel more out of control and powerless.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's imperative for you to recognize when you are engaging in this type of comparison. Stop. Let them live their life. Let me focus on mine.
Right.
That is what
Beautiful.
I wanted to read.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yep. Because
she has a bunch of gems in here though.
mm-hmm.
Bunch of gems. But yeah, I thought about that. I was like, man, how many times have you looked at somebody like, man, why do they get to have all of that? Even as a child, we do it. We look
Yeah.
at the kids that have all the money and they have all the things and all
Mm-hmm.
the trappings of having that, and
Right.
we compare ourselves to them. Why can't we have what they have? Why didn't my
Right.
parents have what their parents have so that they could do that for me?
Yeah.
It
Absolutely.
starts so young, but
Mm-hmm.
that ties into her talking about how adults are really like children.
Right. Yes. And that's true
Children
too.
compare like that
Yeah.
too.
Exactly.
And then we
Exactly.
grow up and we do the same thing. We
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Because emotional maturity, I don't know if she put it like this, but basically saying emotional maturity is one of those things that doesn't necessarily improve just because you got older. So it's a lot of adult people that still process emotions in an immature way. Like they
Mm-hmm.
never actually did whatever it is needed to be done to mature. And the reason I love this whole book so far is because um nothing is fixed. Nothing is fixed. Some things are actually fixed. I'll take that back. Some things are fixed.
Yeah.
But there are so many different things that you can do to um change your situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you are an emotionally immature person, you can learn how to become more emotionally mature slowly but surely. If you are dealing with somebody that's emotionally mature, once you can have that awareness and label them as that, you can treat them with more compassion and
Yeah.
kindness and just know like this person is like an 8-year old. Like you go and
Mm-hmm.
stump off and do your tantrum. I'm not gonna let that take over my brain and
Right.
control me and make me feel like, oh my gosh, I made this person have a tantrum. No, go do your tantrum. I'll be right here. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Or
like,
feel like I have to shelter your feelings.
yeah,
Like I have to
right,
walk on eggshells so that I don't make you
right.
upset or hurt your feelings. Like, yeah, that's
hmm
no way to be. No way to be.
hmm All
But
right. So
I think that was the gym part. So we're this is the
that was
open
a great
time now.
gym. Yeah, this is our
Open
open
discussion.
time. So
So
the link, do we have a link?
let
Sorry.
me let me get the link. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be something.
What?
Because I can't put, oh, it's the way that I have this thing right here. Like
Hmm.
it's not allowing me to, and I'm scared to press something wrong.
I might have it.
Yeah, it's not letting me, like, it's the orientation of how I have my screen. It's not letting me submit my. Um, I
We're
don't know
still
why.
learning, you all. I think I can. I don't. I'm like UT. Like I see things that I could probably press, but I do not want to mess anything up.
It's the little dot. It's the little people at the bottom, Oslin. Can
People at
you?
the
Can
bottom.
you? Yeah. Can you click that?
No, I don't even
Do you
see
see it
that.
at the bottom of yours? You don't see it.
Mm-mm.
Ay ay ay. This is going to be. Let me type it in here. That's why I keep my computer up too.
Oh yeah, true. You got the computer up too.
Yep.
So, Chad, how are y'all? How's y'all week been?
Oops.
Chef Hit Dice, Allison. Allison, your channel is growing so
It
fast.
is.
It really is, and I'm so proud of you and your growth and your consistency. Cause like when I feel like when I first followed Allison, she might have been at like 200 subs and she was growing, and now it's like, wow, she been putting her work. She been putting work in.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, Allison. Um, yeah.
I should have had this prepared already. I'm
Oh,
sorry. No.
do not
This is your fault.
apologize. Do not apologize. I don't even feel like anybody's. Y'all can prove me wrong, but I don't even feel like anybody's going to click it.
Nobody's coming up, but I still, but I still,
Like, y'all can prove me wrong if y'all want to, but we about to hustle for this
you
link,
know,
and y'all
nobody's
just
coming
gonna be
up.
like, nah.
Mm-mm. I'm just wondering why I can't. Look, Allison said nope. I'm just trying to understand why it won't allow me to. Like, why can't I enter this?
Mm.
Oh,
You
did that
get
work?
it. Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
it's
Mm-mm-mm.
right there.
Yay!
Awesome.
You know nobody's coming up,
Yeah,
but it's
nobody's
worth a
coming
shot. It was worth to give it a
up.
shot. But let's
Right.
talk about some other things though that we took out of this chapter, because I know I went into that whole little side thing about, but that life isn't fair chapter really got me,
Yeah.
because how many times have it goes so deep,
Hmm.
thinking somebody's like smarter than you or prettier
Right.
than you, or they have their life together,
Right.
because I know I've been, so many times that I'll see somebody and their life looks so together and they've got it all figured out, and they did it immediately and they didn't have any problems or bumps in the road. It just seems
Right.
like everything fell in
Yeah.
perfect
And then,
alignment.
hello, T.
Hmm.
Did I freeze?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, you're back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
All
there.
right. Okay. So was that freeze on my side?
It was just on your side. I didn't see
Oh,
anything.
oh, dang, that sucks. Sorry about that. But no, honestly, I agree. And I like that in this chapter when she was talking about life is not fair. When me and you were talking, and we were talking about like our parents and those things, those were like things that are more heavy, right?
Hmm.
But she uses examples like It's not fair that your sister looks like a supermodel and everyone flocks to her at the bar. It's not fair that you're drowning in student debt because you couldn't afford the tuition. Like, it's stuff that
Mm-hmm.
people, it may not be life or death necessarily, but people are stuck in a constant comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that has to be so miserable. That has to be so
But
miserable.
I honestly, it's natural.
It is, but I'm
It's
talking like
natural to
the
have
torture
those
side of it.
thoughts.
The torture side of it. You know what I mean? Like the
Yes.
torture side of comparison. Because no, I agree. It's like she said, it's human nature to just make comparisons. But when you compare yourself and you take somebody else and you put them up here and then you like use that comparison to bring yourself
That's the
down,
problem.
that's miserable. And a lot of people live in that. They
Mhm.
live in that cycle. You know what I mean?
I lived in that for a really long time. I'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
No lie, I lived in that for a really long time. Cause
Mhm.
my friend group. Well, I had two close friends. Well, I
Mhm.
have two close friends. They're still my close friends. Um,
Mhm.
and I always thought of them as having more than me, like having
Right.
more, you know.
Mhm.
And I always felt like I don't know. I don't even want to say it like this, but I'm just gonna say exactly how I felt. Like the raggedy friend in the group.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
I didn't have the types of houses they had, and I didn't
Mhm.
have the
Right.
things that they had. So I thought I was less than.
Right.
And I carried that for many, many, many years. So
Mhm.
many years. And I remember having a conversation with one of those friends, and she was like, I always thought you were the smartest one out of
Mhm.
us. So
Mhm.
it's like there's somebody compare, like I'm comparing one thing,
Right.
she's comparing something
Right.
completely
Yeah.
different.
Mhm.
Very weird. And it's
Mhm.
like those things, if you allow them, will make you feel, because I carried that feeling less than. So in every situation
Right.
I went into, I felt less
Yeah.
than.
Right.
Or like,
Right.
yeah, these
Right.
people are just
Right.
like them and I'm going to be less than them too. It's like
Mhm.
that. It's a horrible way to live. A very
It
bad way to
is.
live. And
Absolutely.
yeah, it wasn't
And
until I got to a point of realizing that, look, I am me. This is what I am.
mhm.
This is where I
Mhm.
came from. This is what oh well.
Right. Right.
Like it, love it, or leave it alone. It's kind of
Mhm.
like I started dealing with the hand I was dealt, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
was much happier. Was much
Mhm.
happier after that. But I did that, and I will say I was a teenager though, so
Right.
I think we're more prone to that.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
in
a
our like
hundred
our
percent. I
teenage
feel so
years.
bad for teenagers sometimes, especially
Mm.
nowadays, because they have social media to even make the comparison
Ooh,
so much worse. Not
girl.
not not even your friend group anymore. It's like these people, and I can definitely relate to that, especially as far as like having friends around me and feeling like my friends had more than me. You know what I mean? As far as,
Hmm.
just the way that they could even show up because they had these things.
Hmm.
Now, um, I will say my parents were like they worked on our brains as far as self-worth and all these things. But just because your parents plant those seeds doesn't mean that you truly believe them, right?
Hmm.
You don't always truly believe them. So for me, even though I would know these things, there's like sometimes your subconscious mind could have like a residue on it. You know what I mean? Like when you're trying to rewire and relearn
Yeah.
and remind yourself, it's like sometimes there's something there that's just still believing or still going a certain way.
Hmm.
And yeah, but again, I always come back and when you brought that up, it made me realize this is just something that I've pushed past. This is something that I've learned to overcome. But when I think about it, I do remember having those feelings. You know what I mean? But the beautiful thing about it is you can literally retrain your brain and rewire your brain to say, go like one of the things I talk, not really talk a lot about, but um talking about inner child work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like coming from yourself, like Oslin today, or even my highest goal, how I visualize myself, and going
Mm-hmm.
back to those moments where I may have been a teenager or a kid and I felt less than, I felt ugly, I felt fat, and go
Mm-hmm.
back to that kid and literally wrap my arms around her and tell her there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Okay, like nothing. There is nothing wrong with you. Like really, like because that's how we wouldn't do that to children. We had a
No.
child that we loved that they might be a little chubby, or they might feel a little, they might tuck behind their friends and not want to be
Mm-hmm.
seen. What we're gonna do to that kid? We're gonna go to that kid and be like, look, come here. It's nothing, like, what are you doing? And you have to have that same love for yourself.
For
And
yourself.
it really does
Yes.
work. I'm living proof that it literally works. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because you realize how much things you may have learned subconsciously, you may have picked up on that just are not true.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not true. So yeah,
Or
comparison has
like,
a lot to do with that.
or it's like you may carry those things and not even realize that you're carrying them.
Yes.
Like there are times where it's like you don't even really know. Something has to transpire to trigger you to realize that you're still carrying that.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be seeing something.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
What what was that? What is that, Oswald? What was that?
Oh, somebody said, somebody, both keep talking. Just somebody,
Oh,
what
okay,
side of
okay.
YouTube we're on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on the wrong side of YouTube. But anyway, so yeah, those are the things though that were covered in these chapters. It's just kind of like really applying, understanding yourself and understanding other people's feelings
Mhm,
and how that relates to you and your own well-being.
mhm.
That's what I took from for a summation
Yeah.
of the three. I think that's what I took from it. How
Mhm,
to be able to look at someone else, see their emotions, or you can, because you can acknowledge their emotion,
mhm.
but that doesn't mean that you have to take that and
You're not
internalize it.
responsible.
You're not
You're
responsible for
absolutely
it.
not responsible.
Mm-mm.
They're responsible. And,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the day, they should be ashamed at how they let themselves react. Oh,
Right.
and I also like the part where she talked a lot about emotional immaturity, and then she flipped the script and said, if this person is you, and then she started talking about her own like discovery that she was the emotional immature
Mm-hmm.
person, that she was the person that stumped
Oh,
off. And mhm,
yes,
mhm.
yes, 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 yes. I remember that part. And I was actually thinking about the part of being silent because I'm notorious for that.
Oh, me too, T. I
I give the
am. Like
silent
I am.
treatment.
T, when I'm upset, I don't want to talk. Don't talk to me. Don't follow
Mm-mm.
me. And that's the part, even in the book, I felt like I don't agree with, because she was like, the person that stumps off, they really want you to follow. But don't follow me. Don't do
Please don't.
anything. Like, leave me alone. Like, don't do
I think I
that.
needed that time to process what I'm
Right.
thinking
Yeah, I do. I do. I need
and
time to
then let me come
process.
back
Yes,
and
exactly.
explain and talk to you. But I
Right.
will silent treatment you until I'm ready. Until I'm ready to discuss it. And there will be no budging. Like I
Right.
don't, but you're right. It's not the I want you to run behind me because that's gonna
No.
annoy me more.
Yeah,
Like
but
that's
some
gonna make
people
me
do
more
that. So
angry.
some people use the side, and honestly, we basically just said is that, like, we could go silent, but not as a means of control.
Mm-mm.
It's a means of, like, I'm trying to get myself together. Please just give me some space.
Right.
Okay, healthy to me. What she was more so talking about is people that go silent as a means of control. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna shut you out. I'm gonna, until you know what you did wrong, and I'm going to silent treatment you into running after me
Until
or
you
trying to
comply, and then I'm gonna
until
come
you
back like nothing
comply.
happened.
Right, exactly.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
And she also talked about those relationships where, and I feel like I have been this person before where something might happen and like I let enough time go by to where it's like I don't even want to talk about this anymore and I just try to brush past it or whatever
Mm-hmm.
and just show up like nothing. I'm not that bad, but I can see myself being like that. That's not healthy either.
Nope.
Where you just disappear and then you act like nothing happened. Like, no, that's
Mm-hmm.
not cool. Yeah.
I thought this was also a good portion of the book. This I'll try to show it. Child
Hmm.
behavior versus
Yes. Uh
adult
huh. Hmm.
behavior.
Right.
Um, it says children run away from you. Adults avoid confrontation.
Yes.
Children sulk and pout in the corner. Adults give the silent treatment.
Hmm.
Children shut down. Adults act stoic.
Yep. Like they don't
Children
care.
throw, yeah, just like made of stone. Children throw tantrums. Adults erupt, rage, text, and vent.
Hmm.
Children slam doors. Adults slam doors too.
Yep.
Children lie. Adults lie too.
Yep.
So our behaviors are so similar
Hmm. Yeah.
to behaving like a child.
Hmm.
That's that kind of really opened my eyes too. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
yikes.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, it's a really good book overall.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of this, we'll really be able to see the central themes. And like you did in your gym drop, what came back to the surface from a couple chapters ago?
Mm-hmm.
Control. Control. You want to be the one that's in control and it's stressing you out is at your own detriment in a lot of ways. And even in a like subconscious way maybe. But I don't know. Control and manipulation. I think they can exist at the same time, but it's usually like one side or the other. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But the
I don't
person that,
know. I don't know. I think they can coexist
yeah,
quite easily.
because I'm thinking about the person that uses manipulation to control people. Like I'm gonna throw a tantrum. I'm gonna erupt. If I react bad enough, this person won't do the thing that I don't want them to do. Type of
Mm-hmm.
behavior. And then I was wondering, like, does the person that falls for it, is that a method of control too? And probably no. It's probably more like they want to be validated in a sense, or I don't know.
It's probably acceptance, validation, or acceptance. I want to be
Yeah.
accepted. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be so. That's probably where. But I do think control and manipulate, or controlling and manipulation can go hand in hand. Because most
Right.
of the time, that's what the manipulation is for,
Mm-hmm.
to control.
Yep. Yep. True.
So, do you have any other little gems that stuck out to you
I
in this
really feel
chapter?
like
These were really straightforward
yeah,
chapters. I really
these are
do.
really straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed these chapters because of that also. It was
Mm-hmm.
like, but yeah. I feel like we pretty much covered the bulk of them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh yeah.
I was looking at the end of.
Hello, pig still.
Oh, hello.
Oh, somebody waved. I'm just
I
speaking
haven't even
to
been looking at the chat.
him.
Because I realized I was like, I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
look
what side we were
anymore.
on.
I just didn't want to look anymore. But but yeah, honestly, I think these were straightforward chapters. There really wasn't a whole lot of
Hmm.
deep digging. It was right to the
Hmm.
point. It was
Hmm.
like The only thing, like I said, that struck me was that thinking about you can't control the cards you're dealt, but I was thinking about how you can learn from the cards somebody else is dealt.
Right.
And I talked about that earlier. That's really all I got, if any deep.
Yeah, but it also was like, it's one of those things where it doesn't necessarily have to be deep because it's so plain
Mm-hmm.
that it's like it hit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Hit. Like, I'll read this portion. I was wrapping it up in chapter 8,
Mm-hmm.
but she oh, is that chapter 8? Oh yeah, and I also love that when we get started next week, it's gonna be like a positive note.
A positive. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I
Chapter
love
10 is
that.
like a positive thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the part where I kind of used it in our overview, but what she
Mm-hmm.
says, the problem, this is summarizing what we've learned about dealing with someone else's emotional reactions. The problem, you're allowing people's emotional immaturity to have power over your life. The truth, other people's
Mm-hmm.
emotional reactions are not your responsibility to manage.
Right.
Solution, using the let them theory, you can stay in control even when an adult is acting like a child and having an emotional outburst. Make the right decisions for you, even if they make other people upset. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not super deep, but it hits. Okay. It's
Yes.
like,
Yes.
you know,
It's straight to the point.
it's straight to the
Direct.
point. Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, silly duckly.
Were you reading that comment?
Yeah. I've been trying not to read them, but yeah, I read.
Oh gosh. Karen, that's another episode. I would love to answer that question. That's
Yeah, that
another
would be a
episode.
whole other episode.
Wait, somebody said, were you two in an R&B duo in the 90s?
No, but I was living it up in the 90s. I can go ahead and tell you. The 90s was my era. That was
That's when
when
I
I
came into the
loved.
world. The last of the millennials, 96.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, this has
That was
pretty much
my
been a good,
heyday.
yeah.
Man, I wish I could go back. Goodness. I mean, we gave y'all some good music.
Oh yeah, no, the 90s is nothing lacking in the 90s.
I'm trying
Absolutely
to tell you
nothing.
now. I don't
Nothing.
know now. I love the 80s too.
And that's what I'm saying, like, yeah, but I I,
But you
I know
weren't
that
here, were you? You weren't
I
even
yeah, I wasn't here
born.
on the 80s, but I can look back at the 90s and be
Oh.
like, I even honestly I wish I was here from even for more of the 90s. Because I
Hmm.
grew up in the 2000s.
I
You know,
know.
so it's like
Just a baby. I'm telling you. Mm-mm-mm. But nah, you still got the good part of
yeah.
you can remember some of the 90s. So
Well,
you
no,
still a little bit at least.
no, I honestly can't. I can't remember the
She's
90s
like,
because I was 4
oh,
by the time it was over
oh,
with.
oh.
But I still like can connect with the history of the 90s.
But
Like
you
when I
can
read
connect.
and
You have
listen
a
to
connection
music,
though.
because like
Yeah.
my sister, she's an 80s baby. So she grew up in the 90s. I know all her music from growing up listening to, my parents. So
Hmm.
I was welded in. I'm not like, yeah. But
Oh,
yeah, that was a great
it
era.
was a great decade. It was a great decade, honestly.
Well, I guess we'll wrap it up now.
Let's wrap it up, Osley.
Oh, let's wrap
I
it
think
up
we
because we are really on this side. We're on this vertical
like. I
side of
mean,
you.
we heavy,
We're on this
heavy
vertical
on the
side of
side.
YouTube Live. I don't even know if this made it to my channel, honestly. If it didn't, again, we
I
working out the kinks. But I'm like, I clicked it, but I don't know if it made it to my channel. I'm gonna screenshot just so I can show you
Oh my
afterwards what it looks
gosh.
like. But anyway, It's always fun. Very, very fun.
Mhm.
And so next week, you all, we're going to be going, please correct me if I'm wrong, T, 10, 11, 12.
Yes.
Okay, chapters 10, 11, 12 of the Lethem Theory. Same time, same place. Thank you all for tuning in live, everybody. Okay,
Everybody.
we are not super new to YouTube, so everybody's
Mhm.
welcome. Okay,
You see, we're
and
not blocking anybody and we're
we're
not
not blocking
disrespecting
y'all. Y'all can
anybody.
talk trash
So
all y'all want. Thank y'all for being here.
we just
Okay,
look
and I
and
mean
giggle.
that. Thank you to everybody else who watch on the replay. We appreciate y'all as well, and we will see y'all next Sunday. Bye.